Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. I'm Mark Goldbridge. I'm here tonight. We are about to talk about who will be Manchester United's next captain. I think let's forget the Liverpool game for a moment. It's a stepping stone and we'll see what happens against Chelsea. I've said it a few times now. I think it really does depend on what happens against Chelsea at the weekend as to how good that result at Liverpool was. Have no doubts about it. We didn't park the bus. We could have easily won that game. We had the better chance before they did. But the standout performance for me was Ander Herrera. How long on the United Stand have you, me and everybody else been saying Herrera in? Constantly ignored by Van Gaal. When he did come in, he'd drop him the next game. Jose's given him 3 games in a row now and he's been an absolute sensation against Leicester, Stoke and Liverpool. But the big standout thing is that he's been playing in a more withdrawn role, taking on responsibility, leadership, going right back to that Leicester game where he was shouting from the halfway line, Wan, get into the box on the end of that clever corner from Blind. And last night, never stopped running, never stopped fighting, never stopped biting at the Liverpool side. But when he got hold of the ball, he was playing intelligent passes as well. I think it was leadership. I think he was more of a leader than Smalling. I've got no problems with Smalling, but I think Ander Herrera showed real leadership in an environment that was meant to be, actually, it was about as intimidating as a wet fart, wasn't it? But you know what I mean. Anfield is meant to be quite intimidating. I think the referee made it quite difficult. But can Ander Herrera be captain for Manchester United? That is the question I would put forward. And I think at the moment, why not? Why not? I think people were worried when Rooney came out of the team. Yes, Wayne Rooney, remember him, the player who keeps coming on as a sub now and being very uninspiring. We expected him, we wanted him to be dropped. We thought when he got dropped, we hoped he would come on and play at 100 miles an hour like the own Rooney with something to prove. I think more and more it looks like Rooney's finished. It's nothing, it's not his fault. He just doesn't have anything left in the tank. But people were worried, if Rooney gets dropped, who's going to be the leader? Well, have we missed Rooney? No, because he wasn't much of a leader on the pitch. And people have stepped forward. I didn't think Daley Blind had a fantastic game last night, and I think that slip he had against Liverpool was sort of over-highlighted. But I think Daley Blind's a leader on the pitch. He's calm, he's composed. Smalling, obviously, as well. De Gea back to his superb best last night. Some fantastic world-class saves. Back where he wanted him. Funny how at the weekend we were saying we'd only give him a 6 out of 10 so far this season because of the standards he's set in the previous 3. Fantastic against Liverpool. Herrera, as we said, sensational. Valencia is an experienced player. He's offering something. Bailly, I'm in love with Bailly. I think he's the signing of the summer, not just for Manchester United, but in the Premier League. And the leadership and tenacity that he shows, he's another leader. So from losing this so-called great leader in Rooney, I think we found 5 or 6 other players who've really stepped up to the plate. I'm going to take some of your comments now because we are live, but the funny thing is, those players that we thought when Rooney was going out of the team, we've got Zlatan, we've got Pogba. Fully enough, they're sort of going through a bit of a lean patch at the moment for form, so they've not taken on that mantle at all. In fact, Rooney's gone out of the team and they've sort of stagnated a bit. But it has been the Ander Herreras, the Wan Matters when he's played, the Daley Blinds, the Chris Smallings, the Baillys, the Valencias, the De Geas who've really stepped forward. And we've not fallen apart without any leader, without any experienced Mr. Rooney. I think we've glued together better, and I think it's one of the things that the press will obviously neglect because they don't want to hear that. They want to hear that we're missing Wayne Rooney, and we're not. I think Rooney's come out of the team, and I think everybody else that's inspired them to come together, and none more so than Ander Herrera. Harry H is furious at the media, doing polls about how he's ruined football. There was no bus parking last night. Scouse has had about 8 minutes of pressure. That was it. Yeah, I mean, the first half for sure, we were in control of that game. Mark Nagel's not happy with Ibrahimovic, saying that he can't finish. What do you think of Blind's performance yesterday, says Wilfred. As I said, I thought he was... this is the thing that matters, isn't it? Everyone said, Blind against Mane, he's going to get ripped apart for pace. For those of you who know Daley Blind, we knew that was never going to be the case. Daley Blind did slip at one occasion. Mane got in and he messed it up. I think Blind had a decent game. People are saying he was poor. I think he was okay. I think the ball distribution wasn't great from United collectively. But Pogba and Zlatan just didn't relieve the pressure in the final third in the second half. And it just kept coming back and back, which is why it was great. Joe Bars says he's having a problem with the video, but I can hear the audio. I don't know why that is. When are you announcing the new captain, says Crazy Gamer? United's new captain exclamation mark is, I think, that the captain on the pitch at the moment is Ander Herrera. I think it was a captain's performance last night. I think it was a captain's performance against Leicester, and I think for the minutes he was on the pitch against Stoke, I think he is the captain on the pitch. And that I'm not saying that's been sensationalist at all. I thought he was head and shoulders man of the match last night, which, considering De Gea and Bailly were absolutely amazing, who would be my contenders for captain as well. I don't think Herrera's going to get given the armband this season, but I think there are plenty of contenders coming through who could take it now and should take it next season. And my question to all you lot is, who would you be looking long term to be the captain of Manchester United? I don't think Smalling is a captain. I think he's a good, experienced player at United for somebody who's in his mid-20s, and he should be one of our centre-backs. But long term, I'm not convinced he will be. I think Bailly will. That's Jose's signing, but I think he'll be in the market for another centre-back, and when he gets that centre-back, Smalling's place could be in jeopardy. So Smalling is a long-term captain. I also don't think he's vocal enough either. So I think you've got a few candidates. I think you've got Bailly, who's probably not ready yet. He's a bit young. You've got De Gea, who if you give him the captaincy, we'd probably keep him for 10 years, which would be fantastic. You've got Herrera, which would mean he's going to play every week, which is a massive positive as well. You've got Daley Blind. Is he going to play enough games? You've got Valencia, who's just never been very vocal, but he's showing it in the way he performs. And I think, Juan Mata wouldn't be a bad shout, but probably not going to get enough games. But it would be Herrera any day for me, says the assassin Hussey. Bailly or Herrera, says Mark Nagel. Blame the pickles on about Mkhitaryan coming back in. Has Rooney been strapped of his captaincy, says Matt Maunder. No, Jose is still giving it that he's still his captain, he's still his number one, but I just can't see how he comes back into the team. And I never rated him as a captain anyway. I think the captaincy has been a contributing factor to Rooney, that it's blunted his natural aggression in a game, which has made Wayne Rooney what he has been for the last decade. I don't think the captaincy does him any favours, but he will never relinquish it, so there we go. Rayesh Paddy says Ander Herrera is the Batman in our team. He has sacrificed free role for the team. I hope Martial will overcome injury in time to play on Thursday, says Louise. Mark, who would you rather play, Ibrahimovic or Rashford, and Blind or Smalling? I'd play Smalling over Blind, and I'd play Blind at left back still. Ibrahimovic or Rashford? Well, I think against Chelsea you've got to play Zlatan. He does well against Chelsea, and I think Zlatan's just going through a bad patch. I'm not even going to do any videos about him being a flop or anything like that. The same as Pogba. I think Zlatan had a really good start to the season, and I think at the moment he's just having a crisis of form, and I think he'll come out of it. And I think against Chelsea, against the likes of Louise and Cahill, I think if we can just... The problem in the Liverpool game very quickly was that the number 10 didn't provide anything for the number 9, and that was Pogba. He didn't have a very good game, and that fed on to Zlatan, who didn't have a good game. If one of those two had a good game, I think we would have got more out of that game, but I still think a point was good. Junior Waite, Herrera definitely is good with the media too. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. The thing about Ander Herrera is he gets Manchester United. He wants to talk to the media. He loves being here. He loves the fans. He gets what Manchester United's about, and he's in awe of the club, which is what we always had. Class of 92s, Roy Keane's, Brian Robson's, Cantona's. They were in awe of the club, the entity that is Manchester United, and they got it. I don't know whether some players in the current setup do get that. Vidic had it as well, and I think that I would like Herrera to be captain, and he's got that fierce edge to him as well. He will put his foot in, and he will fight for the cause. Whether he will ever get the captaincy or not, I don't know, but I think at the moment he is the captain on the pitch, and he's doing a fantastic job. And as was said there, and as I just said, he gets it. He gets what Manchester United is all about, and that is why I think he's so important. It would be an absolute travesty if he came out the team. MUF Stand United says, hello, the United Stand. Carrick is the best option for captain, established, world-class and consistent, says Safami Dan. Well, he's consistently not in the starting lineup, which means he can't be captain. He plays for the badge, says Rayesh again. Fellaini for captain, he's outstanding, says Red Prepper. I still wouldn't pick Fellaini on Sunday. I don't care what anybody says. I think Fellaini in a team where you are going to play very defensive, and he's got Herrera and Pogba and fullbacks and wingers very close to him, he can have a good game. Against Watford and City, where we played more expansive and his closest partner is a good 10 yards away, he gets exposed because people just nip past him for pace, and he can't pass further than 5 yards. Against Liverpool it worked because we absolutely, when Liverpool had the ball, had two banks of basically 10 players and everybody's within 5 yards of each other. So when Fellaini gets the ball, he can do his little 5-yard pass, and nobody can get past Fellaini without going towards Herrera or somebody else. It's when we try and be expansive that Fellaini doesn't work as a midfielder because he's too slow. slow. And anyway, we don't need Fellaini because we've got Herrera doing that job. And then you have Pogba and Mata further ahead of him when we're playing expansive. I don't know whether we will against Chelsea though. I think we might see the same again. Only one game and you want Herrera, says Tiwa Williams. 3 games, Tiwa. 3 games. He was superb against Leicester. He's superb against Stoke and absolutely sensational last night. It's 3 games and it's nearly 3 years we've been saying that Ander Herrera should be playing consistently for United. And a lot of you lot have as well. Career mode tonight, says Mr. Flutini. It was going to be tonight. It will be tomorrow night at 8:30. Zlatan isn't working, says Aaron O'Neill. Way too early, I think, Aaron, but you know, you might be proven right. And FIFA today, no, that's tomorrow. Danderman's disappointed to be late for the stream. Don't worry about it, you can watch it back. And Herrera is a future captain in the making, says Kieran Wilson. I think he is the captain on the pitch at the moment. I think he's absolutely superb. But the great thing about since Rooney's come out of the team and people were concerned, I think Herrera's put himself up there. I think Bay's a leader. I think even the likes of Valencia, definitely Blind, De Gea, Mata when he's played, they've all come together and shown that leadership which every team that's going to be successful has to have. We're on a journey at Manchester United. We've taken a step last night with a point against Liverpool. Let them carry on about this part of the bus rubbish, because at the end of the day, the press, the Scousers and everybody else wanted us to get turned over last night badly, and we didn't. We took a point, we could have won the game. Chelsea's big. We've got to go and get something from that game and then start building against Burnley and Swansea. Them 2 games have got to be 6 points. I'd like to get 3 points against Chelsea, but at least a point is essential, and we just keep building. Thanks everybody for watching. Get commenting below if you've got different ideas about who our next leader should be, who our captain should be, or anything I've said in the video. Do get commenting below. But I think Herrera is sensational at the moment, and I think he is our captain on the pitch, and he should be given that band sooner rather than later, because he's wearing it in spirit anyway, and he gets what Manchester United is all about. Thanks for watching. Get voting in the Football Blogging Awards. The link is in the video description. Please like the video, but most of all, get commenting and get involved, because this is the United Stand and it's your say that matters. Thanks everyone for watching. Be back tomorrow with a Fenerbahce preview. I think that's up at 4 o'clock. And if you're interested in the FIFA career mode, that's 8:30 tomorrow night on, well, Wednesday night, depending on when you're watching, on the United Stand FIFA channel. Thanks for watching. Stay with us. And Jose we trust, and I think he's building a really good side.